Should we be worried about The Boys season 5 finale? Because after that atrocious episode 7, I think it's time to say that this season of The Boys is extremely disappointing and it does not even feel like a final season. And it sucks to say this because this show was genuinely so good and it did have a great start to the final season, but then progressively after the first few episodes, each episode just ended up getting worse and worse to a point where I'm just like, where are we even going with this? Like, we only get like 5 minutes of very, very important stuff and then the rest just becomes completely unnecessary, complete BS that just gets absolutely carried by the cast, not even by the writing. The cast is absolutely amazing. And it really does suck because this amazing cast does not deserve to go out in this sort of way. It deserved better. And no doubt everyone's doing the best job they possibly can. And they are the ones carrying what we're getting with this final season. But the overall quality of what we're getting over here for what's meant to be an intense and big final season, it just isn't it. This is easily one of the biggest disappointments in terms of a downfall of a TV show that I've seen. Because I did not expect something like this to happen to a show like The Boys. But yeah, we do have a lot that needs to be wrapped up in this one episode, one final episode where everything is supposed to end. And we do have a lot to cover. We still have the big finale between Homelander and Butcher. That needs to happen. That is a must because that's what the show has been building up towards from the very beginning. And no doubt it should be an insane final battle. We still need to wrap up the boys' stories as well. We still have who's around, we have Kimiko who's around, we have everybody else who's part of the boys. And I think Butcher's gonna die, so I don't really think you need to do anything much with him. But in terms of the other characters, I'm gonna guess Huey and Starlight, they're gonna get married. I don't know what's gonna happen with Is he gonna go back to his family or is he gonna die as well? We don't know about that. The Soldier Boy arc, there is no way you ended Soldier Boy like that, so I am expecting some sort of a payoff with Soldier Boy as well in this episode. I am expecting someone to release him from the cryo chamber and he's going to go to wherever he said he is going to go from that last episode. That's what I'm going to assume, but you do need to wrap up Soldier Boy's arc as well. Where is Ryan? Where has Ryan been? Like, it's very clear, like, you do need Ryan. And the fact that he just completely disappeared is just weird, and I am expecting him to be in this finale. If he's not, that'll be very, very shocking. But I am expecting him to end up becoming like some sort of like a Superman type character, and maybe like honoring Butcher after Butcher dies, and like probably saves everyone, or maybe something else completely happens. You never know, but we need to know what happens to Ryan as well. The Deep needs to have a conclusion. I'm gonna guess he's gonna die. He's gonna go into that water, and then the sharks are just gonna eat him up. That's what I think is gonna happen. Maybe Homelander might even kill him. I don't know, but we do need to wrap up the Deep. We need to see what happens with the Gen V characters as well. Obviously, it's not the boys' job to wrap up the Gen V characters, but they were promised to be in this episode, and they've only had like 5 minutes of screen time in episode 7. So no doubt will they have some sort of a role in this finale, but I don't know to what extent will they die. I don't know, but you need to wrap up whatever's going to go on with those Gen V characters. The fallout of Homelander killing the president, I'm guessing Vought is covering it up for now, but are we going to see like the public eventually react to this? I don't know, but yeah, we need the stakes to be very, very high in this episode, and we need to see what the public opinion thinks about Supes and how they're going to shape their mindset towards like the Starlighters and stuff like that. But yeah, we do have a lot to cover in the finale that I'm hoping we will be able to get through, but let's see, because so far, man, this season has been very, very disappointing, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get a great conclusion to this show.